Hey guys, this is Jason with Slym Wellness Clinic. I just wanted to stop by and drop off some information for you guys about compounding pharmacies and and kind of address some of the misnomers and disinformation that's currently being spread around. I've been hearing a lot of people use words like street drugs or fake drugs or dangerous in order to dissuade people from a practice that's been going on for, quite literally centuries. Modern compounding started in like the 19th century here in the United States. Actually, 1868 is the oldest currently active compounding pharmacy in the United States. And so this isn't new science, folks. But, of course, people are going to, because of the popularity of the new medications, and everything has to be torn apart and dissected and evaluated. So I guess what I'm saying is I support the use of compound medications, as I don't necessarily condone big box stores on every corner shutting down small businesses, but I digress. That's a different conversation. So what I'd like to do is talk about this article right here. This article is a systematic review that reviewed about 2,155 various articles, statements, and reports relating to the safety and efficacy of compounding pharmacies, the history of compounding medications, and ultimately the history of compounding pharmacies themselves. After they used exclusion criteria, 63 errors were found that harmed a total of 1,155 patients, with 27 of those errors being related to contamination errors affecting approximately 1,119 patients, and 21 events affecting 36 additional patients related to concentration. Now, it's important to note that contamination errors largely occur during bulk distribution of compounded medications for IV use and proportionately affect more patients, whereas concentration errors predominantly result from compounding a prescription for a single patient and disproportionately affect children based largely on weight. So it's also important to note in this article that the approximate value is 68% of those harmed out of that 1,155 were from one particular incident, which prompted a regulatory response that Congress passed and President Barack Obama signed into law called the Compounding Quality Act, or CQA, as part of a broader legislative package. The first category, and where most of us are getting medications in side of this controversy right now, are traditional compounding pharmacies, or 503A pharmacies. These pharmacies, 503A, are under the CQA, and they can only compound in response to individual prescriptions, which in some instances is why it may take a little bit longer to get medications that you've ordered from your provider. 503A pharmacies may not compound bulk medications either in anticipation of receiving prescriptions or with plans to distribute broadly to healthcare facilities. So that's important to know because they minimize the amount of contamination that they could effectively produce. Now, certainly contamination has persisted despite CQA and the FDA's efforts to oversee outsourcing, facilities. Dirty people will be dirty people. We can't help that. But considering the vast growth in technology and the growing need for pharmaceuticals, compounding pharmacies are not going anywhere. And quite honestly, if you find the right pharmacies and you're inside of the right network, if you're a dirty pharmacy, you're going to get found out really, really fast and quickly and get shut down pretty darn fast. So I don't necessarily think that they're getting a fair rap and a fair name out in social media land right now. Obviously, if you have any questions, hit me in the comments and let's chat.